I think with athletes, it gives you a chance where they're so kind of universally admired in our culture. If you root for someone night in, night out, and when they have strong opinions on something and they say, hey, this is something really wrong, I think it makes some people step back. And I think that when they do it in a way that's very well thought out, and when you can show them in an environment that seems like they're really kind of putting their boots on the ground and not just in it for a publicity stunt, that's when you can open up. It opens up dialogue. We ended up making a TV show, a 1-hour special for ESPN called The Clubhouse, where Carmelo was the EP on it and I directed all the episodes. And so we picked kind of 4 subjects that we thought were kind of interesting at the time with athletes kind of opening up and talking about issues that affected them or that they were passionate about off the field. So one was just kind of made sense to do was just kind of Carmelo taking this lead in kind of encouraging athletes to take a stand and be active in kind of getting their viewpoint across, which was something that he kind of took the lead on at the ESPYs, and it was something that we were talking about as it happened and how we wanted to capture it. And then this show kind of ended up being the right platform for it. I think what we saw, especially because of the way that we used archival and the way that we really did tie those stories together so honestly and almost brutally, you saw the impact of like doing something where you actually show, you know, the reason that people were protesting. I think it just grounds things a bit more. Giving athletes a platform to actually tackle issues and doing it in our way of storytelling, which isn't necessarily following them to a charity event. It's more, you know, like kind of being on the ground with them as they're actually doing something a little bit more immersive. And so then with the whole Clubhouse series, we wanted to pick things that were true to these athletes and that just made sense. So it was Malcolm Jenkins from the Eagles, who was one of the national anthem protesters. We went on a ride-along with him in Philadelphia PD, and he had to sit down with the police commissioner of Philadelphia. So it was something, too, where, you know, there was all this talk about, you know, kind of the national anthem protesters. Was it wrong? Was it right? And it was just kind of got to be this shouting match. And what he wanted to do is introduce dialogue to it so we could kind of use our platform to leverage it a bit to have a conversation that I wasn't seeing in the news, you know, of like actually having a police commissioner sit down with someone who was protesting the anthem and have them kind of have a candid conversation and to put him, you know, in a cop car as someone went on patrol. And I thought it was very interesting. And I thought it was great to be able to have two people like have kind of this conversation where they really took things away from each other. And that was kind of what we wanted to do throughout. So we shot the whole series mainly on Sony FS7s as like our main camera, but we also shot a lot on A7S2s on either the Ronin or the Mobi, and we edited everything in Premiere. In terms of like the straight up production team, it was myself and then an associate producer, Christine De La Rosa. And I think there were also like a lot of instances where we had potential episodes that didn't work out just because just certain things didn't align. So I think it was just a lot of communication beforehand, especially with Melo about what his episode is going to be and how he's going to do it. It's also just so hard to schedule these things, especially with big athletes. So with Melo, it was like, all right, how do we possibly find time to shoot something that makes any sense within the confines of your schedule? Just communicate a lot. And especially in the sports world, it's just a lot of people showing up, meeting someone for the first time, talking to them for the first time, and making a video about their life, which is always kind of strange to me. So I think it's just important to actually talk to people, actually connect with them, not just figure out the issues that matter to them, figure out the way that they want to approach it, the way they want to talk about it, how they think they can make the most impact,